here today with another book review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Shakespeare Mystery Series. This includes two books, The Secrets of Shakespeare's Grave and Tower of the Five Orders by Darren R. Hicks. How stunning are these covers, first of all, and the spines next to each other. I bought these last year, honestly, because I loved the covers of these books. That's why I liked it. They're middle grade, and there's a mystery involved. Middle grade is not really my thing, but I actually really adore this series. I gave it an overall rating of 4.5 stars, and the second book, Tower of the Five Orders, was actually the first book I gave 5 stars to this year in 2015. And it's probably a book that you're going to see in my 2015 favorites video at the end of the year, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. So what is the series about? We have the Letterford family that owns the Letterford Publishing Company, which has existed for 400 years, and it's one of the oldest and best known publishing companies in the world. And the president of the company is Miles Letterford, and he has two children, Colfin and Case Letterford. Colfin is a 12-year-old, and the family starts encountering some problems. There's a cousin that wants to take over the company, and that means that he gets everything, not just the company, but the house where Colfin and Case's family lives in. Pretty much the cousin would get everything. And there's a mystery surrounding the founder of the company, the great-grandfather, I think it was, great-great-grandfather, yes, he has left a mystery. And Colfin and her cousin Julian sort of embark on a journey of trying to save the company, and Colfin has to go to London and then to Stratford-upon-Avon, and Colfin enlists Casey's help, her brother's help, to kind of keep his dad safe, because there are several problems for the company, shall we say. And I loved how Shakespeare came into this book. It's called the Shakespeare Mystery, so it involves Shakespeare. I won't say how, but it all comes back so beautiful, and I love how important family is and how important the publishing world is, and all the little quirks and things you learn about the publishing industry and authors and how specific they can be demands. There's a chasing scene around New York that was like absolutely hilarious. So that's another thing I love. The first book is set both in New York, London, and in Manchester, Georgia, so that was quite good. As far as the second book goes, which I preferred next to the first one, the family encounters, the first books end with a sort of a success, but there's a hint of a problem, so their success is going to be short-lived. And then in the second book, we found out that they're like accusing the Letterford company and Miles Letterford for major fraud and problem with the manuscripts they were trying to publish. And Colfin once again enlists the help of her cousin Julian, heads over to London and solve the mystery once and for all, because the mystery they solved in the first book, the treasure they thought they found, was only one other clue, and in this Tower of the Five Orders they found out that it was another clue. So they make their way to finally find the Letterford family treasure. First time I mentioned the treasure, so you might find that slightly confusing, in which case I apologize, but I will say I loved it. Loved it. It's a middle grade duology that I'll definitely read to my children, especially if they love reading in books as much as I do. I love how teenagers don't just wait on everything from their parents, and they take some matters into their own hands. Something I didn't know, but still was fun reading. And the treasure and how Shakespeare comes into it, and the publishing industry, but still the vocabulary and everything, it's not very difficult to follow. It is meant for middle grade after all, but I still enjoyed it even though I'm 21 and way past the audience. And I love these covers, and they're proudly displayed on my shelves. And what I love most is that these books made me want to read some Shakespeare. So I've only read Hamlet and Midsummer's Night's Dream, but in April I'm hoping to rectify that and read something else from Shakespeare as well. But we shall see how that goes. Anyways, let me know if you've read this series, if you're planning to add it to your TBR. I definitely highly recommend it. I'll link my full reviews that I got down on Goodreads, that I did in Goodreads down below, in case this didn't make much sense, because I think I expressed my feelings better in writing, but yeah. Give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye!